It's match day, and Aberdeen later today travel through to Tannadice to take on struggling Dundee United, who this week appointed Jim Goodwin to take them through to the end of the season. Kick-off at Tannadice is at 6 o'clock tonight. Here's today's other fixtures, and it is an interesting day for the football club. Hearts take on St Johnstone, Livingston play Hibs, Rangers host Kilmarnock, and Ross County are at home to Motherwell. So what I've done here is giving you a mid-table. So, depending on results today, we could, with a decent win, we can climb the table. St Mirren play Celtic tomorrow. So even with a win today, we'll go above St Mirren. And knowing who Hibs play today, a defeat for them will take us above them as well. As I've been saying for a while now, it's a 6-game season. So United today, then after a weekend where we don't play due to the Scottish Cup, we play Hearts at home. What a game that will be. Then we travel to St Johnstone, host Kilmarnock, away to Ross County, and then we finish before the split against Rangers at Pittodrie. Good morning. How are you doing? A very warm welcome to Ali Beg ABTV this Saturday morning, ahead of the Dundee United game at Tannadice at 6 o'clock tonight. So today's show is all about looking ahead to the game and getting you involved as heavily as we possibly can. So if you're watching for the first time, hi, how are you doing? A very warm welcome. What I would like you to do is leave your comments underneath the YouTube where you're watching it. Leave it in the comment section, and I am going to read out nearly all of your comments on today's program. So leave your comments respectful. Please don't use bad language if you can help it, and tell me what you think will happen today. Now, obviously, this game, all of a sudden, out of nothing, has got a little bit more spice added to it after Jim Goodwin was appointed their manager to take them through to the end of the season. Honestly, you cannot make it up. So I've been saying, and as I said at the top of the show, that we have, for me, it was a 6-game season to get us through to the split. Forget everything that went on before it, because I just felt now was the time after the Celtic game where we had a host of games which were very winnable, and these are the games that could potentially get us to the split, and then we've got Europe to fight for after that if we finish in the top 6. So that has got to be the aim. So back-to-back wins. Now let's go again. Let's keep the momentum going into today's game against Dundee United. I'll give you my thoughts on the game in just a moment, but first, I've kind of put a team together that I think Barry will pick today. So this is what I think he will do. So Jay Gorter will start in goal. I think Jack, even though Liam Scales is back and available, I think Jack, he played well last week. I expect him to stay in the team. Usual centre-back pairing, Ross at right back. Now this time, I think Hilber will sit just in front with Graham on the left, Leighton Clarkson in the middle, and then Ryan Duncan on the right-hand side. Duke just to float in and around that area, and then I think Bojan will stay up front. Talking about Ryan Duncan, did you see the news coming out of the football club this week? So he has penned a brand new 3-year contract with the club, which is absolutely fantastic news for the young man. And may we wish him many congratulations, and that he can really now start kicking on. So he's already played, 22 games for the club, scoring the 2 goals. So now he really has an opportunity to kick on and see what he is all about. I actually thought he played quite well last week, and I'm hoping that he can continue where he basically left off. So well done, Ryan. Many, many congratulations to you. So today's game. What are we hoping for? Obviously 3 points. Certainly not a repeat of what happened the last time we went to Tannadice. So what I'm expecting today and what I'm hoping is, because they are really poor at the back, I think without going gung-ho, we need to play a high press, and we need to squeeze them as much as we possibly can. So the further we can squeeze them up the pitch, I think the better suited it will be for us. I think particularly in the centre-back area, they are weak, and I think we can get at them today. Now, Bojan Majowski for me today has put in a shift. I think Duke will put in a shift as he normally does anyway. We know that Bojan's return, when it comes to scoring goals away from home, is not the best. So if we can supply him today, I'm really hoping he gets that monkey off his back and he really starts scoring goals away from home. So today I'm hoping for a high press. Tell me what you think. I'll be very keen to know what you think today. So while we're at it, let's get on with it. Let's see how you're all doing. Just let me open everything up. Okay, here we go. Delighted to see so many of you on this morning. How are you all doing? Okay, Graham Black. Come on, you Reds. Keep up the great work, Ali. I will do my very best, Graham. Al Mitchell has said, good morning to everybody. We must win this game tonight. If we don't, it's going to look bad. I agree. Kaiser, how you doing, fella? What fine it would be to beat that lot the night. I agree. David Stenson, next 5 games are totally winnable. Completely agree. Paul Donaldson has wished everybody a very good morning. Laurel 101 is heading down to the game today. Fingers crossed we get the 3 points. Laurel 101, I believe you are one of 3,500 travelling to Tannadice today. We have sold out our away ticket allocation, as we normally do. And I keep banging the drum about this, but we are, and we have, the best travelling support in the country. You are an absolute credit to the football club. So please do have a safe journey, every single one of you. Morven Wood has asked me if I think Scales will come back into the side. So I just put the team out, Morven, that I think Barry will pick today. I don't think he will. I think Jack will retain his place at left back today because I thought Jack played really well last week. So I see no reason why he shouldn't keep his place. Andy Saws has said, clearly Dundee United don't want to play in the top league. Their form is awful at the moment. I'll give you the stats on that in just a moment. Ben Rose, hi Ben. We should win today, but this fixture is always hard to predict. Hope the Dons ignore the Jim Goodwin story and get some revenge for the last game at Tannadice. Exactly. Even though obviously it's made headlines, it's added extra spice to the game. So what? Forget about it. Who cares? Stuart Cleary, good morning. We just can't write this, but surely we can beat them comfortably today. Well, on paper we should. And we're coming into it in decent form. Donald Simpson, let's hope Jim Goodwin was the problem and the players have something to prove. Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what happens today. Paul Donaldson has said, given the current form, on paper we should win, but it's never as simple as that in real life in any match. Agreed. Alan Nicol, hi Alan. How many times does a team sack a manager, then they go and win the next game? You see, that's where we've got to be careful because obviously they'll have that new manager syndrome that all the Dundee United players will be looking to impress the new manager. So they automatically step up the game because for them it's a fresh start, it's a fresh set of eyes, it's fresh ideas. So that's why we have to be at it today. Stevie P has wished everyone a good morning. How are you, fella? Confident of getting 3 points tonight. Players should be right up for it. Time to show up away from home. Another magnificent away support. They deserve a performance. They do. Again, when I talked about Bojan getting a monkey off his back, we, as our away form, we've got to get that monkey off our back because our away performances have been absolutely appalling. So let's hope we can put that to bed later. Robin Barkley, is tonight a chance for the players to show Jim Goodwin how good they really are? I can't help but feel that he ruined the confidence in the camp with his tactics against Celtic at Pittodrie. So I've said many times that I always felt Jim's slippery roads began with that Celtic game after the World Cup. But this is what I now think. He has gone and we now have a new interim manager who I think is doing very well. And I just don't think we should worry about Jim Goodwin anymore. So I've just had a text message, a WhatsApp message from a good pal of mine called Steve McCarty from Craig International. He has said, if you have a moment, give my Uncle Les Morrison a shout. He passed away aged 71 unexpectedly 2 weeks ago. Les was a lifelong Aberdeen fan and he coached the Aberdeen Lads Club and he was a scout for Forfar. He went to many European games. He was a football man through and through. So to Steve and to all of his family, many condolences to you. Very sorry for your loss. Les Morrison, a truly wonderful football man and a huge Aberdeen fan. Okay, keep your comments coming in. We will get to them. So, just to let you know that I've got... So Barry Robson gave his presser yesterday. So unfortunately, I can no longer bring you the audio to that. My hands are tied with that. So it means I have to be more creative about it all. So what I thought I would do is pick out what I thought was quite a telling quote from his press conference. And this is what I've put together. This is something that he said. I want the players to be positive. You can see them being positive at the minute. They're enjoying it. We need to go down there and work as hard as we can and be the best that we can be. Whether that's making a pass, winning a header, winning a tackle, give it everything you've got with every single one of those things and you'll have a chance to win it. I love what Barry is trying to instill in the team at the moment, which is nothing but positivity and confidence. So here are your match stats. So Aberdeen have lost their last 7 away league games, our longest such run since October 1999. The most recent 3 of those defeats have come by an aggregate score, of 15-0. Since Dundee United were promoted back to the Premiership in 2020, the Dons have failed to score in all 4 of their league visits to Tannadice. Dundee United have lost their last 5 league games, the longest ongoing such spell in the Scottish Premiership. The referee today is John Beaton. The man on VAR is Alan Muir. Okay, let's get back to your comments. So, Robin Barclay has come on. Hi, Robin. How are you doing? Is tonight a chance... Oh, sorry. Jim Forsyth. Sorry, Robin, I read that out before. Jim Forsyth. I think Jim Goodwin will still be trying to do something with the United team, so I think 3-1 to Aberdeen. Kaiser has said, I hope Jim Goodwin will be as good for United as he was for us. Robin Barclay has wished all Aberdeen fans a very good morning. Erica Mitchell, good morning. She has also wished all fellow dandies a good morning. Fingers crossed for a win tonight against Dundee United. Let's give them a taste of their own medicine after a defeat at Tannadice last time. Stand free. Scott Robertson. Hi, Scott. Must win today. United are a team short of confidence. They can't keep clean sheets and are not scoring. Sounds familiar. It certainly does. Let's hope they continue their rank form. Good morning to you and Grant. The fear of us losing around the Goodwin circus that's developed this week has dissipated. I think we'll beat them. Excellent away support as always, and feed the Duke 100%. Kevin Thomas predicted a 4-0 win for Aberdeen and for Jim Goodwin to be sent to the stands. He also goes on to say, Mon I sheep. Kaiser has said, definitely a high press. United's the poorest team in the league. Grey Pilgrim, lovely point, like it. Come on and give us a couple of Carrie Arneson-style goals today. John Grant, hi John, how are you? We have got to sort this away form. Same lineup from last week for me. Scott Robertson has gone on to say, big performance required as United are fighting for their lives. Taking my 2 girls for their first away game, hoping they're not scared at the final whistle. Please, 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 any win will do. Al Mitchell saying Jim Goodwin in his presser when he was announced says he had 1 bad week. Yeah, I think that's... Let's not go there. So Paul Robb 05 has asked me if I've had any further thoughts on who I think should be the permanent manager. So, did you see Nicky Butt gave an interview, former Manchester United and England midfielder. He gave an interview, I think it was to the Daily Mail, where he was talking about some of the interviews or the interview processes that he went through when he was trying to become a manager. He said he had spoken to the England under-21s, Huddersfield, and he said he also spoke to Aberdeen, which I thought was quite interesting. But what was also interesting in the article was that he said when he was going through the interview process, it only dawned on him while he was doing it that he had never actually given or been involved in an interview. It's a really, really interesting read. Right, so, as you know, I love my history, so just let me find that for you. So what I'm doing here is basically getting the information in for you. And then, yes, and then we have that. So I might as well just drop that into the broadcasting system as well. So as you can see, what I am basically doing here is just adding all the... what I'm doing is basically adding all the... so I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me bring this around for you. Okay, so you can only see half the monitor here. So this is basically this here. Let me bring my finger down there. So this is the broadcasting system that I use to bring you the YouTube show. So as you can see, here's the microphone, right? There's me, obviously in the screen, so I can see what's going on. And what I have to do is I basically have to, in the file, so I have the file, you import the media, and then you see the box come up, and then I've got all the stuff saved in this box that I use for today's show. And then you drag it into basically what is this line here. So you drag it into the line, and then you click on it, and it puts it in this box here, which is the preview box. And then I drag it across. So we don't just present this program, we produce it as well. Not just here to entertain, here to educate as well. Anyway, on this day in the football club's history on the 4th of March, back in 1980, former Aberdeen defender Phil Maguire was born. Phil celebrates his 43rd birthday today. He played 181 games for the club between 1999 and 2005 and scored 10 goals. Back in 1996, former Aberdeen club captain and Hall of Fame member Russell Anderson made his competitive debut for the reserves in an away defeat against Falkirk. And way back in 1978, Aberdeen travelled through to Ibrox for a Scottish Premier League game and came away with a 3-0 victory. Stevie Archibald with a brace, Joe Harper scoring just before the break. Now, later today, at half-time, I would like you to come and join me on the half-time whistle so that we can discuss the first 45 minutes. We will be the only online channel that reacts to the first half bang on the half-time whistle. So if you're at a loose end later today at half-time, come and join us and we will basically do exactly what we do here today. So you can leave your comments, I will read out the comments, and we will have a discussion online, bang on the halftime whistle, because today's game is not being broadcast anywhere on national television. So it's the perfect opportunity to do a halftime show. So I really hope you can join me for that a little bit later. Let's finish off with more of your comments. Right. So, Paul, I didn't answer your question about the manager. So I have to be honest, I think it was really interesting watching Alan Burrows' interview on Red TV with Malcolm. Thought it was a great interview, very insightful, very interesting. I was also very interested to note that he believes that the manager should come in sooner rather than later. So that will be interesting. I still believe that we should be looking at Steve Clarke. And you know that I've been banging the drum about this Austrian coach called Adi Hütter. I don't know. I have absolutely no idea if Mr. Hütter is interested in the club, if he's interested in the job, if he knows the job is available. I genuinely don't know. But he is the calibre of coach that I would like to see take over at Aberdeen Football Club. Okay, Jason Campbell has said, come on the Dons. John McDonald has said, 2 a.m. kickoff here in Canberra. A win would be lovely. Enjoy the game, John. Robin Barkley has asked me. So the bus. Let me bring it in closer. Okay, so when we won the League Cup, the football club put out a limited edition number of those Lego buses, and he's asked me if I put it together or if my kids put it together. Yeah, I did. I have to be honest, I had so much fun. Mr. The Joker 32. Got to keep our discipline and not have anyone sent off. There are a number of away games this season where we could have won with 11 on the park. Yeah, it's a good point. Ben Rose has said, John Beaton, oh my God. So has Kaiser. He's gone, oh me. Paul Donaldson has said, even though things didn't work out at Aberdeen for Jim Goodwin, and it's for the best, he's moved on. His comments about the Aberdeen fans this week showed he has some class, but I still hope we get 3 points. Derek Griffiths has come on and said, good morning. If Ross County can put 4 past them, then surely we can. I agree. Corey Dawson. Corey, Mon United. Robin Barkley has said, from what Barry has said the past week, I think he's trying to instill the same fighter's mindset that Fergie instilled in his team. That is something I believe has been lacking for quite some time. I completely agree. Kevin Thomas said, he'd first, Mon the sheep. We should win this comfortably. Duke double and Miovski and McCrory to score. Let's pump them and give the fans something to celebrate. Can't be bothered has said, and I remember he said, I told you Jim Goodwin would be in the United job. Bill W. has said, good morning to everybody. He has said, both teams today are in different places than they were in October. Hopefully that means we're in a better place to get the win. However, new manager bounce gives me the fear. Yeah, I agree. It's where we have to be absolutely at it today. Paul Donaldson has come on to say, I saw the other day that Dwight York's name is still being mentioned in the papers as a possible new manager. Don't know if there's anything in that or not, but can't see that happening. Absolutely, 100% no. No chance. Graham Klein, thoughts on the next manager? As I said, Stevie Clark or this Austrian guy called Adi Hütter. Graham goes on to say that Alan Burrows seems to have a few others in mind. Yeah, I think he does. Rich Stephen has said, fit like Ali, for Perth, Western Australia. My wife's just clocked me watching your show and said, he once tried to chat me up in Drummonds. Oh dear. Rich, I'm so sorry. And please pass on my sincere apologies to your wife. Oh dear, but she could have been a very lucky girl. Steve Emma said, let's hope we're singing Sacked in the Morning to Jim Goodwin by half time. Stop it. Can't Be Bothered has come on and said, that boy from the J-League sounds like a good shout. Yeah, his name completely escapes me. I can't remember, but yes, it's a good shout. Scott Robertson has said, United highlights last week showed that they didn't handle being pressed by County. Charlie Mulgrew in particular was shocking. If Duke and Miovski don't let up, then I think we'll win easily. Yeah, I agree. That's why we just have to get at them. And Fraser Gunn has come on and said, we need to turn up, show the right desire and fight. We need to be absolutely up for this. Right, guys, we are done. Thank you so much for getting in touch today. If you're out and about, I'm on the big Saturday football show on North Zone 1, but only for the last hour to bring team news. And then I'll be back at half time. So if you want to join us, look out for the links. I'll post the links just before, around about sort of 5 minutes before half time. And if you want to jump on board and get involved in the discussion, the only place where we will react immediately will be here. So come and join us at halftime. Guys, it's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again very soon. Fernandez, that's the lad. Fernandez. Kaiser has come on and said Fernandez, the manager. Al Mitchell's gone on to said 4-0 win. Yeah. Okay, and please don't forget, if you enjoy today's show, please press the old like button. It helps me massively. And also, if you've enjoyed today's show, I'd be really grateful if you would consider subscribing to the channel as well. It doesn't cost anything. Just push that little subscribe button and follow us on the journey here. Right, I'm off. See you soon, guys. Take care. Bye for now.